My Hebrew Israelites, brothers and sisters, the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered all over the earth. Welcome back. This is your Moray, Dr. Yeshu. Just want to take this moment, my brothers and my sisters, to thank you. Thank you so much for all your subscriptions, for your likes, for your comments, and most of all for your prayers. Thank you, my brothers and my sisters. Those of you who have contributed, we just want to thank you. Thank you, Brother Isaac. Thank you, you know, my sister, who have, I'm not sure you want me to call your name, but I just want to thank you. Thank you for the gift. And if you don't want me to call your name when you send a gift, please just put a notation, anonymous. I would rather like to thank you personally, so we just want to thank you so much. Thank you. And, like I said, the money that you send is going to help pay for the internet and the telephone service. It costs a lot to do the YouTubing, and we just want to thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. And Abaya bless you, and that your storehouse never be empty. Thank you so much. Okay, the last time we were in, I think we finished at, it was at part 6, part 5 rather. We started part 5. We're starting part 6 now, but we stopped in verse 9. That's Psalm 31, verse 9. And if you're joining us now, we are in Psalm 31, and the title of it is Commitment to Yahuwah. Commitment to Yahuwah. So my brothers and my sisters, we just want to let you know that, Yahuwah is so good. He's so good, my brothers and my sisters. And let me say, there's so many things that are happening around us in our midst, through politics, through world issues. And the thing is that, our family members, are scattered all over the earth. Hebrew Israelites are scattered all over the earth. Today I ran into a lady and the 2 little babies, and I was talking to her, and she says she's from Lebanon. And so when she said that, I kind of smiled a little bit, and she wanted to know. First of all, I heard her talking. I said, "That's Arabic, isn't it?" She said, "Yes." And so I said to her, I said, "Where are you from? Are you, if you don't mind me ask you?" And she said, "Lebanon." And I said, "Oh yeah, right next door. The Phoenician people. That's original name, Phoenicia. And some of our ancestors live in that area too. And so I said, yes, my great-great-grandparents, Hebrew Israelite people from Israel. And she said, yes, I know. So she knows about the history, because sometimes you talk to, people and they don't have the slightest clue of who we are, most of them, as they look at us, they say, "Oh, we're from Africa," and that's all they know. We're African, and many of them will say, "Oh, you're from the dark continent," and sometimes, they're not saying you're from the dark continent because it's a place where dark-skinned people are. But they talk like, sometimes they talk like, you're from a place that is ignorant. Oh my goodness. But my brothers and sisters, many people are coming to the light. The Gentile people are coming to the light, and they're seeing, you know, and they're seeing that. They're seeing that. And, you know, we know that, you know, it's coming to the end of the Gentiles' reign. You know, they're going to reign for a period of time. And my brothers, my sisters, we are to continue, you know, to be light. We need to continue to be witness, you know, so that our Heavenly Father be glorified, that He be praised. He say, if I be lifted up from this earth, I'll draw all men. In other words, if we exalt Him, my brothers, my sisters, if we exalt Him, He will draw those who He predestinated. Some of the Gentile people are going to come to Him, and some of the Hebrew Israelite people are going to come to Him. I'm not going to stay here and lie to you and tell you that all the Hebrew people are going to come to Him, all the Hebrew Israelites. No. It's a remnant from each tribe. A remnant. If you go back over in Revelation and you see all of the tribes there, and it talks about how many people were sealed from the 12 tribes. Okay? A remnant going to be sealed. A remnant going to return to YAHUAH. Some going to follow the ways of the Gentiles. They're going to ignore the warning. YAHUAH knows those who are His. He said, those who are His, those who name His name, should depart from iniquity. Yes, my brothers and sisters. So we praise Him. So last time we were in verse 9, where we stop in verse, we finished verse 9, I'm going to verse 10, but just recap a little bit. You know, the psalmist here, he said, have mercy upon me, O YAHUAH, for I am in trouble. Mine eyes is consumed with grief, yea, my soul and my belly. So he has, been grieving, my brothers and sisters. And all of this is caused from his enemies. His enemies. He was surrounded. He was surrounded by his enemies. And so we see here that in this time of trouble, in this time of grief, my brothers and sisters, he cried out to YAHUAH for mercy. Mercy. And my brothers and sisters, YAHUAH came down and had mercy on him. He said, listen to this, my brothers and sisters. In Isaiah, YAHUAH's hands are not short, that He cannot save. His ears are not heavy, that He cannot hear. And the only thing, my brothers and my sisters, that will cause YAHUAH not to respond to us is that if we have iniquity in our hearts. He said, if we have iniquity in our hearts, He will not hear us. He will not answer. So you can pray as long, as often as you can. It is your relationship with Him, and it is your fellowship with Him. You know, you can have a relationship with YAHUAH and still have iniquity in your heart. You can. But my brothers and sisters, we have to keep short account. We have to live closely, in fellowship with YAHUAH. I mean, we have to look into our lives, and we have to get rid of the pride and all the things in our lives that corroded our lives to the point where we cannot have the fellowship that we need to have with Yahuwah. We must present ourselves to Him as living sacrifices, as according to what Romans said, and 12:1 said. And we are not to be conformed to this world. Don't be conformed to this world system. This politics and this evil and stuff that's going on. We should avoid conforming to them. That which is good and right, righteous thing, my brothers and sisters. That's what we have to do. Conform to living righteously. And Yahuwah will hear us. So, he has grief, my brothers and sisters. He has grief. And, grief is something that comes with, it's like a vexation. It's like something that's be angry, his indignation, that's what the word convey there. And so he talked about trouble. He talked about trouble. He was troubled. And then he cried out to Yahweh, have mercy upon me. And my brothers and sisters, I want you to notice that he was consumed with grief. And his soul, his whole life, and it's on his belly. Even this, oh my goodness. He probably will come to the point we talk about his belly there. We talk about, is the fact that he probably couldn't eat. His belly hurt. Because, when you're going through stress, all kind of aches and pains come, that. All kind of aches and pain. I remember my brothers and sisters. I think I went close to dying, from asthma. I never had asthma when I was a young kid. And growing up in my young adult, I never had asthma. But in 2014, I got asthma. I don't know, and I think it came through stress. I had this job, this ministry job that I had, where I was going through all kinds of trouble, with a farmer. I would say we were counterparts. He used to be language director, and I used to be African American director. And he became a supervisor, and even before he became a supervisor, he started giving me trouble. He made it so hard, and even one of my Morays, my friends, out in California, it caused him a lot of grief through him, and a couple others, drag him through court and all kind of stuff. He did some wicked things to us, my brothers and my sisters. But you know what? Yahuwah took care of it, because right now I have my asthma under control. It doesn't bother me anymore. And he doesn't have the job that he had, because a year and a half after he dealt with us and fired me, put my missionary support and my insurance, so that, I think that was what caused me, because my wife was very sick at the time. And it pulled my insurance and everything, and my brother and my sister, it was devastating. And, but anyway, Yahuwah brought me through that. And let me say this, my brothers and my sisters. Let me say this, that when you trust our Abaya, when you trust Yahuwah, and you take away animosities, and because you know what though, for a long time I did not like that guy. Every time I think about all the evil that he did, all the evil, my brothers and my sisters, that he did, But when I got rid of the feeling, when I got rid of all the grief and the pain, then I start living my life. And praise be to our Almighty. Yeah. I can say I am free from asthma. I don't take the medication. Every now and then, if I'm out in the road and, driving among, and getting the fume that comes from cars, I might have to use the pump a little bit. My brothers, my sisters, I am healed. By His stripes, we are healed, and I am healed. Praise His holy name. Praise His name. So here we see that He cried out. He cried out, as we see here in Psalm 31:9. Have mercy upon me, O Yahuwah. So when we have problems and issues, my brothers and sisters, we need to go to Him. And we need to ask Him to have mercy upon us. Beten, belly, my belly, my belly. My stomach, I'm hurting. Beten, my body's aching. Cry out to Him. Praise His holy name. And when we do that, my brothers, my sisters, He hears us. Praise be to His holy name. He hears us. He's not sleeping, my brothers, my sisters. He's not sleeping. And in verse 10, He said, for my life is spent with grief. Most of David's life, because of the people until he get into his older age, then he start enjoying his life as far as physically being well. He said, my life is spent with grief. And what is that about the word? When he say my life, he is talking about my age, my time. And the word is kai in Hebrew. And the word is ket and yod, kai. And my brothers, my sisters, what he's saying here is saying that he's alive, he's living, but while he's alive and while he's living, he is going through grief. And he said, my years with sighing. So, my brothers, my sisters, let me say this. That being a child of Yah, being His children do not hinder us from going through those kind of things, because these things came upon us because of Adam. He brought all of it. I believe that Yahuwah had it at different ways for us to live, but because of sin, we have to suffer because of that one man. But we thank God that He provided us a way out. He provided, his lifetime is spent. His lifetime is spent with grief. He is alive. He has appetite. He's living. And there are times when he's merry. But my brothers and my sisters, he has multitude of issues, problem, quick running problem, spraying problem. It's like a troop. A matter of fact, his grief was involved troop coming at him, you know, soldiers. Right? He said, my life is spent. Kala, the word spent there. Kala, kala. In other words, it's complete. You know, at an end, it's finished, it's accomplished, it's spent. Yeah, it's spent with grief. My brothers and sisters, we're going to stop here and we're going to come back because I know we're not going to finish this verse. We still have a good way to go on this verse. So what we're going to do, we're going to ask you to tune in again for the next session. This is finishing part 6 here, so we're going to start part 7. Come back, my brothers and my sisters, to view that. And don't forget to like as you subscribe, and you know, you send your comment in. Don't forget to like, and do not forget to pray for me. Continue to pray. Praise his holy name. Pray for the journey back to Abaya. Pray for this ministry, because we want to use it to touch lives. We want to use it to touch lives, my brothers and my sisters. And we're going to ask you to be a blessing to someone and walk with the King. Shalom.